So yet again, I was trying to say to everybody have a wonderful good evening and that I'll speak to everybody later, but I forgot that you have to go live longer than 60 seconds on here. Otherwise you can't even upload it or save that, which they really do need to change that. It's very annoying. I mean, it's even more annoying when they just fucking block you and kick you off and you can't even save your own video. God knows why. You know, like, really? I mean, it's like what I was just talking about is nothing wrong. It's like entertainment purposes only, but also, you know, just fucking informational purposes only too. And whatever, you know, it is what it is. I try not to get upset about these things anymore, but it does, I don't know, it does bother me a little bit when I can't save a video, which I need to just start getting over because, you know, it's all done for psychological reasons to all that they do. So I really gotta like stop that letting like that bother me also, you know? And or maybe I'll just have to start going back to what it used to be and, you know, just record videos on my phone and then upload them. But I always used to hate doing that too because literally my phone would freeze and or turn off or whatever. It's just, there's no winning, you know? But then again, or you have two cameras on at the same time, which I used to, like, a few years back, I always used to do that too. Which I could too, but it's very annoying too. Anyways, I know that. Now I'm just really, like, being a bitch and complaining for no reason. So yeah, I just wanted to let everybody know, have a blessed evening, and be safe, be well, and just, you know, think twice, be nice. You know, even when you're quiet and thinking, think twice, be nice, no matter what. As best you can. And also just remember, you know, even though these things may be a little bit scary-like and a little bit, you know, not what we want, I do believe if, you know, as a whole and collective of very many people, you know, could be maybe potentially, I don't know, somehow stopped, maybe, I don't know, maybe not, but again, think twice, be nice, and always think of the worst, but make the best out of the worst, no matter what it is. And I can't stress that enough, like, out of everything and anything. And that's all, guys. Have a blessed evening. I will talk to you guys later. So yet again, I was trying to say to everybody have a wonderful good evening and that I'll speak to everybody later, but I forgot that you have to go live longer than 60 seconds on here. Otherwise you can't even upload it or save that, which they really do need to change that. It's very annoying. I mean, it's even more annoying when they just fucking block you and kick you off and you can't even save your own video. God knows why. You know, like, really? I mean, it's like what I was just talking about is nothing wrong. It's like entertainment purposes only, but also, you know, just fucking informational purposes only too. And whatever, you know, it is what it is. I try not to get upset about these things anymore, but it does, I don't know, it does bother me a little bit when I can't save a video, which I need to just start getting over because, you know, it's all done for psychological reasons to all that they do. So sorry guys, but for those of you that know, I'm doing that this way I can save my videos because usually by half the time that I'm mid-sentence or whatever, they just shut my video down. So sorry about that. Please do join and come back or don't. So yeah, I don't know where to even go where else with this conversation. I was just, you know, I'm just talking literally for entertainment purposes only. So again, I want to stress this to everybody. Whom knows, whatever, however, to each their own. I'm not trying to sit here and tell you what to do. This is for entertainment purposes only. If you understand, you understand. If you don't, you don't. That's fine. And if you don't want to, great too. Continue going on with your daily life and being you, and I'll be me, and vice versa, whatever. So, but also understand that if you're new to this and didn't know this before, to try to convince people of this is like, good luck, and just do you. And I can't stress enough, people think that they have to, and years ago, I always thought, I'm like, fuck, I'm like, everybody, like all my friends whom I thought were my friends, I'm like, I need them to be on the same page as me and like understand and know what I know. But I learned over the years that's not the fucking way it goes, and it never will. It's like you're lucky if you have one friend who knows and understands what you know and are on the same level. Because, again, all this is done by design. We can't all be on the same level. I mean, if it were that, it would be that. But it's not that. And that's where, make sure you take care of yourself first and foremost before others. And I have to say this because, like, I mean, yeah, of course, you know, help people and do things for other people, whatever. But what I'm trying to say here is that if you don't help and save yourself and, like, literally take care of yourself first, there's no fucking way you're taking care of anybody else. That's why make sure you do what you need to do for you first. And then you can do whatever floats your boat. But I just have to say, like, sometimes there's no amount of information and or news and their books that will prove anything to anybody, unfortunately, especially these days. And this is where I have to say, is it due to like us lacking knowledge or education? Maybe because of technology, or all the above. I'm not gonna go too much into that, but technology is a huge one that most people don't put into account a lot these days, and you should, especially if somebody's behavior might be a little bit off, a little bit different, because it's like you have to understand, you know, I know most people are like right away running to the whole, oh, you're a drug addict, whatever. Again, teach their own too. Or you're an alcoholic. Again, teach your own. I don't give a shit. I just do know that this is where people really need to wake the fuck up and understand that there is technology within us, in and out of us, on a constant basis now that you have absolutely no control over anymore. And I mean, if you don't believe it, well, fuck you. I mean, again, I'm being nice and saying that. It took me a long time to really, like, even stop trying to prove all that, because like when I seen and I know and I was like involved in research with it and all that, I'm like, wow, you know. And again, I still try to show and prove and whatever, but most people don't get it, don't give a shit. I'm like, okay, well, when you're gonna be having dreams, and those dreams, you'll soon be able to choose like a Netflix type of thing. Maybe you'll understand more and better. I don't know. Again, usually until it's too late, or literally too late, people don't want to know. That's where I have to say a lot of that is sad. But again, to each their own. You do what you want in life. Just make sure that you do take care of yourself first, and understand that you're never going to be able to convince people of certain things. It's impossible. It really is, you know. I was absolute shock on the FDIC site looking for form custodian. Yeah, again, everything I'm saying, I'm not making up. I'm literally saying it because I know it 100%. You know, especially with forms. You better believe I'm not ever going to go over a form when I don't know the form I'm talking about. Because when I learned that even credit cards are FDIC insured, which, you know, that's common sense. I guess it should be common sense. It wasn't even common sense to me. But and then it's like, and then you realize like that the FDIC is so much more than just if a bank fails. That's where it's like that. A few years ago when I first learned, I was like, what? That was like, I mean, those were some of the few biggest aha moments to me. Like, FDIC is for more than just banks failing. You better fucking believe it. FDIC is for complaints, for insurance claims, which FDIC is an insurance claim. Now, preferably, you might want to set up your accounts with trust because they're more favorable. But again, this is not education. This is not education. This is not fucking any type of advice to anybody. This is just entertainment purposes only. I'm just saying, just by their, you know, forms. It's just, they seem to to cover trust so much more. And I'm being serious, but yeah. So, let me tell you, having a trust is everything. I mean, and it doesn't, when I say a trust, it does not have to be a fucking foreign trust. Just a fucking living trust. Whatever, simple. It will do a lot for you, you know? So, yeah. And I mean, it'll do a lot for you. Let's break it down why it'll do a lot for you. Firstly, like, if God forbid somebody dies, right? God forbid your husband, wife, whatever, pass away, and you have property more than $50,000 worth, you don't have to go through probate if you have a living trust and it's written properly like that. You can avoid all that. Also, again, better insurance coverage with FDIC. I was reading that I believe that if you, and again, please don't, I might be mistaken, but I believe that with a living trust, I want to say, I think it was like, you're covered under $500,000 versus $250,000. If you have a trust, if it's under trust. So, yeah. I might be mistaken. That might have been with two people, but I'm pretty sure that it was with a trust. But again, I might be mistaken. I have to go back. So please don't take my word on that. I might not be 100% on that, but I'm pretty sure. Yep, that site is loaded as fuck. 22 pages of forms. Who can be the trustee of your irrevocable trust? Well, to be quite honest, I would not start with an irrevocable trust. Irrevocable means that it cannot ever be changed. That's like for life, forever. I would do a revocable to then irrevocable for whatever reason, you know? I mean, because, so here, look at it this way. If you start with a living trust, I mean, and then God forbid you die, it becomes fucking irrevocable anyways. But unless you have, I don't know, a lot of assets, you know, per beneficiary, up to 5 beneficiary, I believe. So, yeah, it's, trust is very simple, but you should be the own trustee of your trust, to be quite honest. But you can also have 2 trustees, but you should always be in control and not, you should never be, as so I hear, you should not really ever be a beneficiary, and because then it's kind of, it goes against certain jurisdictions. But again, these are certain different types of trusts. I don't have it in front of me, so I'm not a fucking trust expert, to be quite honest. I mean, I would have to be reading it in front of me. And all trusts are different. There's different types of trust. There's a revocable trust, irrevocable trust. There's a real estate trust. There's a fucking business trust. There's a ministry trust. There's so many different types of trusts. So they're all different. Foreign trusts. But I would start, I literally, like I said, I would start simple, living trust. This way you can change it whenever, however. I wonder if I'm being censored from posting these comments because I mentioned, yeah, I try never to post any, I mean, like, I really try never to post comments at all, because let me tell you, like, whatever comment is not by, you know, whatever this is, you know, on their end, okay, it's I don't know, it's not good. But I'm sure if you're posting about all that, you definitely are being censored somewhere, somehow, absolutely. And I only know that because I used to always post about those types of things, and I was heavily censored, heavily. So, I probably still am now too, you know. I mean, I really don't care. Like I said in another video earlier today, well, probably like fucking 10 minutes ago, I never was doing lives for likes, followers, whatever. I really could care less. You know, I literally do this for me, myself. If somebody likes it or learns something from it or whatever, enjoys it, has entertainment out of it, or whatever, wants to make fun of me, hate me, I really don't give a shit. Great, whatever, teach their own. But so sorry, guys, but for those of you that are from posting these comments because I'm doing this, it's like, fuck it, you know, whatever. It is what it is, and it is what it is. I hope to God that, you know, God will protect me with whatever it is, and yeah. Because let me tell you, like, and this is where I have to also say, like, I've always tried to be always like very considerate and nice, overly nice with things, even if I've been harassed, hurt, lied to, fought with, or whatever. And where I say that on the end of like not so nice and used against you is that for those of you that don't know that we are, headed into a system of, ESG. If you guys don't know, I hope you guys know what ESG means. And a social crediting system with carbon footprint tracking and all that. Again, it's within everything you do, from the food you eat to the language you speak to the way you speak to people, the way that you answer people, the way that you walk across the street, the way that you park your car, the way that you drive, everything that you do, literally. And I mean everything that you do. Okay, I've been trying to tell people this for like a long time already, but again, it's another thing of like, until we're there and it's too late, people don't want to know, don't care, don't think it's real, blah 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 blah. So yeah, it's kind of it is what it is. Also, who owns you and your image once you've done that? Go look up